Hi, my name is Mike Baya with Bangert. In this session, we're going to talk about dashboards inside Sage Intacct Construction and how you can use the one feature inside a dashboard called Group. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go over in my entity, and I'm going to go over to my dashboard list. And you can see here, dashboards are very powerful and useful. So you may have just a ton of dashboards. Your list may be growing and growing ever so much using the system and find different uses for it. Now, of course, you can favorite your dashboards, things like that. But one thing you can do is you can use this group setting inside the dashboards to consolidate them into different areas in the system so that when you're pulling off the menu, it looks a little bit more simpler, but you also have more flexibility in which dashboards you can connect to rapidly. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go into the first dashboard, which is the AP overview dashboard. And we've decided, let's say as a company, that we want to group our dashboards into a couple different groupings, a couple different categories, so to speak. I'm going to create one for an executive. I'm going to create one for accounting. And we're also going to have one for operations for the projects and project managers and things like that. So when I go inside a dashboard, you'll notice the little settings wheel over here on the top right. And you do need to have the right admin approvals to modify these dashboards and modify the settings. If you don't see this little wheel, you need to contact whoever your admin user is in Intacct and make sure you have the security rights to access and modify dashboards. So I'm going to come into here and hit that wheel. And when I do, you have a couple different things. There's permissions for security, who can see what. You can filter it out by, different dimensions and as of dates. And that's all this functionality up here on top. But one of the things that gets missed is this little item in the bottom here called groups. And there's nothing selected. And you'll notice here that I have no groups created in my system. So if I come into here and I create a new group, I can actually come in and type in, let's say, my executive group. Or in this case, I want it to be part of my accounting group. It's an AP overview. My accounting team is going to use that. So I'll create the accounting one. I'll click Save. And now if I go back to my dashboard, and let's go ahead and look at the next one that might be for accounting. Billing setup and workflow, that might be, let's take a look at that one. That one, well, it's blank, so somebody was just playing with it. So we're going to leave that one alone for now. But another good accounting one might be let's see, so we might have payroll workflow. So we're going to go into our payroll workflow dashboard, and I'm going to hit my wheel again. And now I can do a couple things. I can select the accounting group, or I can create another group. So in this case, we do want this to be the accounting group. Click Save. And I can go back to my main dashboard screen. Now, if I go ahead and refresh here, you'll see that dashboard menu start look a little different. So now if I look at my dashboard list, you'll notice now I don't see AP DocuFlow and I don't see the payroll workflow on here, but I do see a new menu item called accounting. And then underneath accounting, there's the dashboards that I have in the accounting group. So this is going to change as we do a couple more. Let's go, and I'm going to go over to here, and I'm going to go into my controller dashboard. I want to add that in my accounting group as well. So let's go ahead and get that in. And I can hit the wheel there and just put it to my accounting. Save. And let's go ahead and get the other group set up as well. So for example, financial overview might be an executive one. So let's go into here and let's go down to here, my group, and I'm going to create a new group. I'm going to call it executive. Save that. And let's go ahead and add my ratios. I got a little financial ratios view that the executives like. So I'm going to go ahead and Link that one up. Save. And hopefully you're getting the idea by now, but now let's go and do the operations. So operations, well, there's a project performance one that's definitely going to be operations. Now we haven't restricted these dashboards. So what I mean by that is you don't have to be a member of this group to see this board. This is not a security group. Security groups would be over in permissions. This is separate. This is assuming everybody can see anything, and an owner can still go in to the operations dashboards and see that information. It's just kind of grouping them in a common area, so we're not searching over this mass list. So let's go ahead and create our operations group. Call it operations, save that one. And let's tie another dashboard operation. And there's one in here for change management, and that's going to be an operation board. So we'll grab that one and we'll go ahead and hit my operations. We'll save that. And let's see if there's any others that we might want to consolidate. Well, we have to refresh. So let's go ahead and refresh now. And once I refresh, it's going to look different again. So if I go over to here, now I see accounting. There's my executive. There's my operations. So as you're adding these, you can kind of see how it's starting to form and simplify. So, you know, as we finish this process and get all these over to a board, you're going to end up with 4 or, you know, in our case, 3 lines here for this dashboard, and then you could dig in further down here as well. Now, what's really nice about these dashboards, it can save you a few clicks. So for example, if I'm in accounting and I'm in accounts payable overview, you should have noticed a new little drop-down list in the top left of your dashboards. This wasn't here before. So now if your dashboard is a part of a group and you select that dashboard initially, it will give you a drop-down list of the other dashboards in that group, and you can easily flip to the other dashboard. So in the past, you would come into here and you'd have to click back here and you get another tab. Here I can say, well, I'm in accounts payable. I also want to go take a look at the controller dashboard. And it will actually flip and bring you right in really quickly. You don't have to go back to your menu and click out. So the same thing would be the case for operations. If I was in my change management overview, now I can, from my change management overview, I can flip over to project performance. So it's a nice little simple tool that's built into the dashboards that's kind of hidden. Again, it's under the wheel here for the dashboards, but go ahead and use it and streamline your dashboard views here on your menu, make it easier for people to navigate around depending on what they're looking for, and also give them the flexibility to quickly flip between dashboard views as their needs change during this session. So that concludes using groups on dashboards. And put any comments or questions below, and like and subscribe. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.